Thank you for watching this preview video at xm.com. We'll be discussing the upcoming ECB meeting and the potential impact on the euro. I'm Maria Pachurdes, and joining me is investment analyst Achilleas Georgopoulos. So Achilleas, since the ECB's meeting back in September, we've had dovish comments from several officials. What are we likely to hear from the ECB when it meets this week on Thursday? And how might geopolitical developments affect the bank's monetary policy outlook going forward?
Good morning, Maria. Yes, the ECB holds its penultimate meeting for 2023 in Greece on Thursday. The decision is expected at 12:15 GMT and the press conference about 30 minutes later. Now, the market is assigning a 1% probability for a rate move, so it doesn't expect really much about it. But it is fully pricing a 25 basis points rate cut by July 2024. As you said, the market expectations essentially has been fueled by dovish comments, especially from the ECB hawks and from the weaker data releases. However, the ECB has not really signaled the end of its tightening cycle. And if we take under consideration a possible escalation in the Middle East and the increased risk of another oil and gas price rally, then it would make sense for the ECB to appear a bit more hawkish than currently expected. It costs little to President Lagarde essentially keep the door open for a December or even a first quarter of 2024 rate hike, especially, as I mentioned, if oil price increases and it threatens another jump in the already elevated inflation rate. Overall, patience will probably be the key word at the meeting. The ECB will probably talk about the December, will focus on the December meeting, because until then we will get the staff forecasts, which essentially will have a forecast about inflation on a 2-year horizon. We will get 2 inflation reports. You know how important inflation has been over the past 2 years. We will get the GDP prints for the third quarter of 2023. And of course, the ECB will have time to evaluate the developments in the Middle East, and same as other banks, will allow a bit more time for the previous rate hikes to feed through the system. Now, if we get a plethora of upside data results and we get an oil price, then it probably would be a case of the ECB considering another rate hike. But that will probably be the case for December or for early 2024.
Okay, turning to the euro now, what reaction are we expecting in the short and longer term against the pound?
2023 has been a very tough year against the pound. However, recently we have seen a bit of a strength in the euro, especially since the September lows, despite the fact that, as we mentioned, the ECB essentially signaled, let's say, a pause for now at its tightening stance, and we have seen weaker economic data. The market expects a balanced meeting. If we get a bit more hawkish commentary from the statement and from President Lagarde, then we could see a rally in euro-pound towards the 0.84, 87.94, and potentially, if the euro bulls are quite happy, then we can see a move towards 0.89. On the flip side, of course, if it proves to be a completely eventless meeting, a boring meeting, then market reaction will be smaller. However, we could see a move towards the 0.86 region.
Achilleas, thanks so much. This was a preview video here at xm.com.